If you think Ngozi's sacrifice ended the night Emeka vanished, you are wrong. That was just the down payment. You see, wealth born from blood never sleeps. It needs to be fed, obeyed, and feared. While she danced in pearls, something else danced in the dark corners of her home. And soon, her walls would begin to whisper back. Hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, share and subscribe as we dive into this spine-chilling tale with many lessons to learn from. What happened next after the gate shut behind them? No one outside those walls truly knows. But the next day, Emeka was declared missing. His phone unreachable, his body was never found. Ngozi went home and found in her one-room apartment a human mouth that vomits bunch of money. She was surprised at first, but then she knew what she did had worked. She returned to Wuse Market with a gold wristwatch and a car that smelled of imported leather. Within a month, she was renting a boutique in Jabi. Within 6 months, she was being invited to elite events in Metama. When people asked where Emeka was, she would smile faintly and say he traveled. But those who lived in her compound swore they heard her talking to herself at night. Not in Yoruba, not in Igbo, not in any language they recognized. One maid said she found Ngozi in the living room, pouring red powder on the floor and whispering into a bowl filled with water and something that looked like hair. It started with the mirrors. Every reflective surface in her mansion began to show things that weren't there. Her own face grinning when she wasn't. A man's silhouette standing behind her in empty rooms. Her late husband's voice humming their wedding song from behind the bathroom door. She covered every mirror with thick black cloth. Every month, she must bathe in water mixed with the blood of a black animal freshly killed. The animal must be drowned, not cut, or the spirits would reject it. No man must ever enter her bed again. Her body belonged to the house of still waters. If touched by another, the spirits would mark her as defiled and punish her accordingly. Every 2 years, a soul must be returned to the void. If not given freely, the spirits would take someone she loved without mercy. Ngozi followed the rules at first. Her first son, Obinna, was 17 when he began asking questions. He missed his father. He remembered the trip they never returned from. He began noticing how his mother never aged, how strangers often knelt before her at odd hours of the night, how she kept a locked room no one dared approach. One night he followed her. She thought he was asleep, but Obinna watched from the shadows as she carried a clay pot into the hidden room. the one lined with cowries and bones. Inside, she spoke in tongues he didn't know. She poured something onto a stone idol. Then she laughed. Not like a woman, but like something broken and ancient. That was the moment Obinna knew his mother was not who she claimed to be. By the time Ngozi turned 41, her riches had tripled. She opened more stores. Politicians consulted her for spiritual cleansing. Her face graced magazine covers under headlines like "From Street to Sovereign," but her sleep vanished. She began to hear scratching beneath her floorboards, not rats, but something larger, something breathing. Voices followed her, not from behind, but from inside her own thoughts. "He is waiting. The blood is late. You broke the rule." She hadn't paid the biannual soul tribute. She tried to offer a stranger, a beggar boy she found near Area 1, but the spirits rejected it. "You owe a soul that knows your voice." Panicking, she chose her housemaid, Blessing, a sweet, innocent girl from Makurdi who had served her loyally for 3 years. Ngozi took her to the same black gated compound. Blessing never returned. That same night, her youngest daughter lost her speech. No warning, no medical explanation, just silence. The doctors blamed trauma, but Ngozi knew the truth. The spirits weren't satisfied. The girl's soul had become collateral. Obinna grew colder. He began praying again, searching online for answers, visiting deliverance pastors. One day, he broke into the forbidden room while Ngozi was away. He found the idol carved from ebony with a mouth that looked real, as if it could bite. He poured kerosene over it and lit a matches, but the flames didn't burn. Instead, the air in the room thickened, the floor cracked. A howl erupted not from outside, but from under the ground. Ngozi came home to find her son unconscious, bleeding from the eyes, nose, and ears. That night, she received her final warning from the spirits. "Your bloodline has interfered. You will give us the boy, or we will collect every child from your womb." Ngozi locked herself in her prayer room, not to pray to God, but to beg the spirits. She offered money, land, even herself, but it was too late. At midnight, the lights in her mansion flickered, not from electricity, but from something ancient passing through. Her mansion grew ice cold. Her daughter began convulsing. Her cook fainted. Her dogs howled without stopping. The idol, still locked in the sacred room, began to bleed from its mouth. Obinna was found at dawn, standing in the backyard on bare foot, smiling blankly at nothing. He could no longer speak. His soul had been taken in full. Ngozi still lives alone in her mansion, surrounded by silent servants and sleepless walls. The house of still waters no longer welcome her. She broke the rules, but she still clings to the wealth, wearing rings that burn her fingers, sleeping with eyes open, knowing that one day the spirits will collect the last piece of her, which is her mind. So the next time you see a woman who rose from nothing overnight, ask yourself, what did she trade? Because in Abuja, wealth can be purchased, but some currencies don't involve cash, only blood. Drop in the comment section what you have learned from this story. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales to learn from. Thank you for watching.